Hello everyone and welcome back to my personal channel. On this video, I am going to discuss about my personal leaderboards for the Miss Universe 2022. So here, without wasting much time, let's start right away. In the 16th rank, I am putting Bahrain. So Bahrain, Elvin Khalifa. She is a representative from Bahrain. So if you watch her preliminary performance, you would see why she's getting all the attention she's getting right now in the preliminary performance. Universe is going for looking for someone who is a transformational leader, and I think why I'm putting in the top 16, though she was not much discussed before this preliminary, is because I feel that I see that quality in her, that she is someone who can bring a transformation. Hence the tag, the transformation leadership can be linked to her. So that is why I'm keeping her in my 16th spot and keeping her in my top 16. All right, so let's move on. In the 15th place, I've put Netherlands. Ona Moody. She's from Amsterdam. Again, yeah, she is someone who also did really well in the preliminary competition. She's also like Bahrain, was never discussed, was never shown in media, not much coverage about her. But then when she comes in the for the preliminary competition in the swimsuit and evening gown, that's where like wow, who is she? Like, and then that's how she grab all the attention. Candidates like this, Bahrain, Netherlands, they come and they perform really well. It can be of the same level of those who we were expecting, but if but our expectations were really low, and when they perform to that level, then that's when they wowed us. And it's like preliminary competition is like, for a reason, it's a preliminary competition. So if they do really well there, then there's a huge chance for them, because that's the first time they're showing themselves in front of the judges. So which is why I put Netherlands in my top 16, in the 15th spot. In my 14th spot, I have Portugal. So Portugal is someone like, they're very in Miss Universe. If we look at Miss Universe, most of that, it's always a South Americans, South Americans, Asian. Most of the time are like dominated by these Asian Latina girls in Miss Universe, whereas in Miss World it's more of like European countries. So like a European country to do well in Miss Universe is something big. So like Portugal has like come and she came as a fighter, and it's like she's trying to find that spot to be the what do you call, the flag bearer for Europe, for the Europe continent. And I think she's really doing well, and she's doing justice. And like Portugal, and also she's also she has past experience in international pageant. Miss Earth 20, if I'm not mistaken, 2019, 20, she was a representative of Portugal at Miss Earth, and she has this international experience. And then being at that experience with her is something that is positive about her. And yeah, Telma Madeira, that is why I put her in the top 16, because of her good performance, and having experience. I know she would do well in her interviews also. That's why I want to keep her in the top 16. And in my 13th spot, I have Jamaica, doing really well. She's also really doing well in the competition to Shami Calvin, which is why I feel the organization would put her in the top 16 for representation, for inclusivity, and she's like one of the best performers among the Black women we have in the competition. And in my 12th spot is Mexico. Mexico again, as said by lots of pageant fans, she was she was overshadowed by lots of candidates initially. And I don't know if it's a strategy that she was underperforming. That would be a wrong word, but she almost feels like she was underperforming. And but she did really well in the preliminaries, and that can grab a spot in the top 16. So Mexico, Irma Miranda. Yes. And in the 11th spot is South Africa. Yeah, this is what I was thinking just before while I was finalizing the ranking for myself. South Africa, South Africa in the recent past 5 editions of Miss Universe are doing really well. If you look at 2017, they were the winner. 2017, South Africa. 18, they were the first runner-up. 19, they won again, South Africa. 20, they were unplaced. in 2021 they were the second runner-up again. So like the past 5 years performance is, if you even if you average out, except for the 2020 placement, non-placement, they are like the new powerhouse of pageantry altogether. So like we have lots and lots of expectations for Ndavi Nokeri. She's a South African representative, and we are looking at like little details on what not to like or what to like about her, because now the we are looking at even silly thing that she have done might work or might not work in her favor. So it's like when we have lots of expectations from a candidate, that's what we do as a pageant fan. So I feel like when I put her, when I was almost about to not include her in top 16, and then I realized, wait, I want to put them at the same level playing field, and whatever I've seen with forgetting what is there on their sash, what country they're coming from. If we remove that and look at the only on this solely on their performance, I feel that's when I realized, okay, she has there's no reason that I should not include her in the top 16. And she's lovable. She's even if you look at her national pageant and the way she answered, go back and watch Miss South Africa 2022 final Q&A, and look at the girls. They look at their caliber. Look at her caliber. Look at how she presented her answers and everything. She's like, if there's no reason for me not to put her in the top 16, that in the 11th spot. So I wish her all the very best. I hope she performs well, because the preliminary performance was not up to mark, not up to expectation. But then I think that's even then it's just enough. Whatever she's performed till now is enough to put her in the semifinals in the top 16, and I have her in my 11th spot. Now let's move to my 10th spot. Is Nguyen Ngoc Chau from Vietnam. And something about Vietnam, they are like a booming, like they are coming and fighting to be one of that country in as to be a powerhouse country in the world of pageantry. So Vietnam is a country who have done really well, not just in Miss Universe and other pageants, although they've been doing really really well now. And the national directors, the team behind Vietnam are doing like super, like whatever they're doing. Look at her evening gown performance. Look at her evening gown alone. Forget the performance. The what do you call, the butterfly based gown, and like we can know that these people are really really trying to do something different, and trying to trying to shine, trying to what do you call, trying to stand out from other, because 84 girls and trying and standing out in a good way would be so big a challenge for everyone. We know that, but they did it, and they yeah, so well, that was about Vietnam. They're doing really really well in the competition, and they are sure placement, because if top 16, there's one spot reserved for one voted by the public to be in the top 16. And anyhow, they are going to vote Vietnam in. The public is going to vote Vietnam into the top 16, that is for sure. And I know if there was a top 10 after top 16, she would even made it to the top 10. That much I'm sure about Vietnam. Yeah, so let's move to the 9th spot. 9th spot, I have India. India, like India for her, like the last edition of Miss Universe was won by Harna Sandhu from India. So she has already so much pressure on her head, like over her shoulder. But still, India is looking at the past trends, like the past 2 years. The winner of, for example, 2019 won by South Africa, 2020 South Africa unplaced, 2020 won by Mexico, 2021 Mexico unplaced, 2021 won by India, 2022 India unplaced. That is what other pageant fans want to see. No, are expecting to see, but I am sure that is not going to happen. I'm publicly saying this, and this would be known in the next 12 hours, and I am sure that Divita would make it to the top 16. And the only thing I'm concerned about Divita right now is like a top 16 to top 5. The huge brutal cut there from the evening gown competitions and the swimsuit competition. If had it been like the other format, like wherein the top 16 compete in the swimsuit, and they announce a top 10 swimsuit, she has lots of chance to be in the top 10. And then from top 10 to top 5, they usually do the evening gown competition. But now it's going to be like all the 16 delegates will compete in both the swimsuit and the evening gown. And I am not not sure what type of gown India is going to bring. Though gown is not the only matter, gown alone does not matter, but other candidates, they're going for sure going to bring out the best gowns that we've ever seen in the Miss Universe history or ever in the pageant world. And whether or not you want it, the judges are also human beings, so they're going to, though it's not, does not factor that much. It's when you see someone in very good gown, and anyway, the gowns are so good, when they're going to come down, and like the gown will matter at the end of the day. That's what I want to say. So the gown will matter, and this would really affect the chance of India to be in the top 5. That's what I feel. So which is why I'm putting her in the 9th spot. And in the 8th spot, oh my goodness, now it's getting tough. In the 8th spot, I have Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic, they were once like a powerhouse, and they have been dropping like in the 2010s. The Dominican Republic representation was, I don't know, somehow they are not able to get placements. But this time, Andreina Martinez, she is such a sweetheart. Like, look at her, like the whatever dress, like the outfit that she wore on every day when she posts, and her stories, her Instagram, and people who are following her, we see her, the posts from people who are following her, and like she is so lovable. She's like the one of the most perfectly groomed candidate we have here. So I see no reason to ignore her. So I'm putting her in my 8th spot. So now in the 7th spot again, now it's like South Americans are coming. Yeah, so we have Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a huge fan favorite. Like she is like, everyone likes her, and like she is an example. Like she exudes that the Latina beauty in her alone, and like she is able to speak well, and like her performances, her gowns, and everything. Even if you look at, there's no mistake in her performance. It's true, it's flawless. Like she keep on performing like how it's supposed to be. It's like she went by the books, which is something that I really like, and might be one reason why she's not above the 7th rank. She's too perfect. She went by the book. Like everything is like tick 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 tick, but we always look for something more than that. Like that's what we do, like out of the box, or something natural, or something else. So this is why, for being perfect, she is in my 7th spot, number 7, lucky number 7. Yeah. In my 6th spot, again, a similar example to Puerto Rico, I have Venezuela. She's like the predicted by most pageant fans. Like I can see like people are making their final leaderboards, and Venezuela is, if not the winner, then at least in the top 2 or top 3. Everyone's predicting her to be there. She speaks good English, Amanda Dudamel. Like she is, like she's fun to watch. Like again, same thing I would say for what I had said for Puerto Rico. Venezuela, she's like, she ticks all the boxes. She's too perfect, and I want to see something more human from her. Something like, I want to see some vulnerability. Like I want to see something that I can relate with. When I can see something which people can relate to. So I may be wrong. Like I feel like she's like a like someone sitting on the throne, like a queen, and not very accessible. She gives me that vibe. That's why I'm putting her in the 6th spot and not making it to the top 5. Okay, so now let's move on to my top 5. All right. So in the 5th, people in my so one thing before I share my top 5, let me share the candidates who didn't make it to the top 16, but however they were very close to making it to the top 16. Like I have four candidates, 4 countries. They are Aruba, Kiara Arens; Colombia, Mar Fernanda; and Panama, Solaris Barba; and Peru, Alicia Rovegino. So these are the candidates who almost made it to the list, and they are, see, I wouldn't mind even if they make it to the top 16, and they might make it and replacing few of my candidates in my top 16, and I would be more than happy if I see them in the top 16, because they are also equally deserving. Yeah, so let's move to the top 5. In the 5th spot, in the 4th runner-up, I have Thailand. So Thailand is the new owner of the Miss Universe organization, Anne is from Thailand, and everything works in our favor. Their new owner is from Thailand, and they are sending one of the best candidates they have in years. And last year, Thailand did not place, and she came, and Swangam came to take revenge. Like she's coming not just to win, to be in the top 16, but to win the crown. So she's like prepared the gown. Like now, especially like in the preliminary, her evening gown performance. The evening gown is like the headlines at major newspapers around the world. Her advocacy and her gown all comes together in favor of her. So it's like something that we can relate to her. That is something that a candidate should bring. Something everything she does should have something to say about her. So Thailand did that, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Thailand is in the top 5, and Thailand is a country that it's way back in 1980s when they last won. So I want Thailand to win, and so being the new owner of the Miss Universe, a country that owns the Miss Universe, it might work in favor or not. Like I just wish if this thing happened next year, maybe this year was a time for Thailand to win the Miss Universe crown. But yeah, let's see. That is just what I'm thinking. So maybe still Thailand could win it, because the top 5 I'm ranking them here, but then it all depend on the Q&A, on their performance in the question and answer round. So I'm just basing on their potential, on their communication skills that I've seen from their personal accounts and their other social media, other Instagram bloggers, pageant bloggers. So now I have in 4th spot. It is exciting, and nobody I've seen no one place this country as high as I do. She is Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, so Trinidad and Tobago, Tia Jane Rami. She is someone like who came like she was never discussed, never talked about. No one will talk about Trinidad and Tobago in the after coming to till like the last second day, till the day before the prelims happened. The prelims happened, and now everyone is talking about Trinidad and Tobago, but they do not want to see her put her in the top 5. They put her in top 16. Yeah, a few of the pageant bloggers who really see the potential put her in their top 16, but then they will not put in the top 5. But I know, like she has a lot of chance, and we might just see a new country making it in the top 5 after how many years? 25 years. Yeah, so that's my take on Trinidad and Tobago and why I put her in the top 5 in the 4th spot. Now, in the 3rd spot, I have Curacao. Curacao was quarantined when she reached US, New Orleans, because she tested positive, and she missed out on at least 50-60%, more than that actually, of the activities done by the contestants. But then she came out of quarantine, and then she showed the girl like everything, like that. She showed them that okay, I was there on quarantine, but I can outshine, I can stand out, I can outshine all of you. She literally did that. Like she outshined everyone, like after she came back, like her outfits and everything. And look at her preliminary performance. It's like she came and then she's like an angel walking on the stage. That she I was actually watching with my mouth open. I was like not have few certain expectations, but then I did not expect her to perform that well. And when she came on stage, I was like, this is a top 5 material. This girl is going to make it to the top 5 and might just win, because as I said earlier, the organization is a new organization, has a new owner, so they might want to crown a candidate who had never won the pageant in the past editions of the Miss Universe. So if that is what the organization might want, they put her in the top 5, and maybe she can just win it. Curacao. And now, top 2. In the 2nd place, I think it's obvious. Now there are just 2 more countries to go. It's the United States of America, the USA. Arboni Gabriel. There were lots of news about. First of all, like let me discuss about that news that came. Like her fellow contestants in the Miss USA pageant. They did not like her, and I mean like they. It's not that they did not like her. They feel like it was a plan. The Miss USA pageant was planned to make Arboni win the pageant and send her to Miss Universe. That's what people were feeling. And her fellow contestant came out after the competition when they after everything was done, they came out and shared news that she was favored over us and like this and that. But then, and it made it very difficult. Like this type of situation is difficult for the girl. What how she's going to speak out and how she's going to do about it. And but however, whatever, we have seen what she can do on stage and even outside, like even in the media, and we see her potential, and there's no reason why this girl won't have won the Miss USA pageant. She is she has a Miss Universe winning caliber, and what are you guys talking about? Like, why are you saying that she is not deserving, or like she was it was the pageant of Miss USA was staged, and she came just to collect her crown? No, no, baby, like she is Miss Universe caliber and Miss USA. Don't even talk about it. She has a caliber of winning the Miss Universe crown and Miss USA's a national pageant. Miss Universe, she deserves the Miss Universe title also. She can get the Miss Universe title also, looking at her speaking skills. And I don't know why these girls keep on saying, look at her performance in the Q&A and everything, because some of the Q&A cannot be practiced, and even if you practice too much, something's like when you practice too much, it doesn't come natural. She's natural. Whatever she's saying is so natural. Her public speaking skills, her communication skills was shown even in the national pageant. So I don't know, I don't understand why these girls, maybe just out of jealousy, that they're coming out and saying all these things after the competition. So like, I see no reason why. So now, but then still, she will prove, and she has already proven that she is deserving of the Miss USA crown, and also she has a caliber of winning the Miss Universe crown. Yeah. Now, let's move on. I have just one more country. The winner of my Miss Universe, the winner according to me for the Miss Universe 2022 is none other than Celeste Cortesi from the Philippines. Philippines is a powerhouse that we all know, and to predict Philippines as a winner is something like might be an easy option, might sound an easy option for anyone, but no, it's not like that. Philippines is, look at her national pageant. I had been following her from her national pageant. Look at her national pageant performance. She's like, however she answered, like because there's this thing called pageantry answers. Okay, like you have certain you give them question, and how they answer is like beating around the bush, and then sometimes you mention the point, but the way you approach and everything, it sounds so pageantry for almost all the national pageant. But then Celeste is different. I have noticed this, so she is so different. The way she presents her answers are like so simple. Her answers are like, yes, simple, so simple. The words she chooses, no fabricated words, no huge vocabulary words, normal simple words she will choose, but so impactful. This is what I like about Philippines. That, forget about national pageant, that's way long back, but now her preparation as she goes on, like how she is like she is half Italian, and this she has lots of stories to share. She has lots of many things inside her that she is yet to share to the world. Everything, all the stars are aligned to make to have another Miss Universe from Philippines. Although they recently won in 2018, I think it's now time for the Philippines to win a Miss Universe crown again. So that's why I'm putting her in my #1 spot. I love her performance. I love everything about her, and she is deserving of the Miss Universe crown. And I know she will do the Miss Universe question and answer top 5 round really well, with simplicity, naturality, and everything good will come from her. And I can't wait to see her win that crown, the Force for Good Muat crown. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching my channel, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. And I will also be doing my live reaction of the pageant tonight, later tonight, 11-12 hours from now. Okay, bye. Thank you so much.